High Fiber Sports NFC South Breakdown!
Welcome in, beautiful people, to another NFL Divisional Breakdown episode of High Fiber Sports. Get your fiber in. Matt Kobold, Brad McDonald, and Doug. Doug, what division are we breaking down tonight?
Boys, I love these things. Getting ready for fantasy. It's just coming up right around the corner, but right now we're going to be talking about the NFC South.
Not everybody's favorite division, but let's get into what happened last season, boys. Tampa Bay won this thing at 10-7. They're the first team in NFL history to complete 70% of their passes and average 5 yards per catch. They lost at home to Washington on a walk-off field goal. The Falcons came in second in this division at 8-9. Carolina Panthers next up at 5-12. They had a minus 193 point differential and allowed 534 points. That's the most all-time, boys. 534 points allowed is the most all-time by the Carolina Panthers last year. And the Saints bring up the basement, 5-12. Brad, give us your thoughts on how the NFC South played out last season.
It was, like you said, nobody's favorite division if you're not a fan of one of these teams. It was shit. I kind of thought the Falcons, with all the offensive weapons and the amount they've invested that over the years, nice, better than Matt's first attempt in his own face. I thought they would be better, but realistically, to expect Kirk Cousins at 94 years old to come in right after an Achilles injury to be good. It's the same reason why I think Aaron Rodgers is actually going to be good in Pittsburgh this year. You need 2 years, especially at that age, to recover. So I think they kind of knew that, and they thought their team was close, and then they saw Penix in the draft, and I was like, whoa. So not surprised them finishing in second. Baker Mayfield's a stud. I love what he's done since he's gotten there. As you know, he's my sleeper MVP. The weapons they've got there. Liam Cohen's gone to go to Duval. But I still think he's learned enough over his time that they can make some noise still. Panthers, I mean, I assume they gave up the reins from Bryce Young to Andy Dalton, and they're like, no, we got to ride with this old-ass fucking dude. And then only because I assume Andy Dalton ran into a Cracker Barrel, he lost the starting job. And then Bryce Young took back over and really hasn't turned around since. So, and then the Saints, I mean, sorry. God, I get the Carr brothers confused. I almost said David at first.
Carr fans.
Yeah.
Carr brother fans.
Well, the Carr brothers are together at the CTE table now, both retired because they got hit too many times. The Saints are an absolute dumpster fire with their financial moves they made over the last few years, and so their dead cat hit is like insane. So, yeah, of course they got last place. So, it kind of panned out outside of the top. I think the Falcons and the Bucs, I could have seen it going either way. And, I mean, the Falcons had a chance at the end of the year, so it was tight at the top, and the other two sucked ass, pretty much is how last year went.
Doug, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, this division, to me going into last year, it was the Bucs and then the rest. Didn't really know how it was going to shake out, but we've got some changes this year, so I'm sure we have some nice predictions. But it's one of those. It's like Baker Mayfield and then the rest of the dudes. Like every other team was kind of a transition. Like what's going to happen? But a little more. Couple teams a little more solidified this year, and they got some guys coming back, made some moves, draft obviously. So. Interested to see how this division shakes out. It could be some movement.
We're going to give you a bust tonight. We're going to give you a sleeper in the division. We're going to predict the final standings here. But first, I'm going to lead us off here, fellas, with my biggest bust in the NFC South. Now, I've come around on this guy. I kind of like this guy. I feel like he humbled himself. I used to say too many commercials, more commercials than touchdowns. I've come around on this guy, but he's still my biggest bust. Baker Mayfield. Brad, we might have to have another brew bet here. Over the last 2 seasons, Baker leads the NFL in passing touchdowns. Last year, he became just the 3rd player in NFL history to throw for 4,500 yards and 40-plus tutties while having a 70% completion percentage. Great year, 378 rushing yards, by far a career high. Quarterback 4 last year, quarterback 10 the year before, his only 2 years in Tampa. This is why I got him as my bust, fellas. Quarterback 7 off the board in the 6th round on ESPN. He's going ahead of a lot of big names. Regression is coming. Baker last year, a 7.2% touchdown percentage. He had only been above 5% twice in his career. 4 years as a starter with the Browns. I know it's the Browns. I know they sucked. But his fantasy finishes, quarterback 16-20, 17-26. He's more of a streamer for me.
Oh, yeah, then he went to the Panthers. It's so much better and stuff.
And the Rams.
And the Rams. Well, he actually played well there, so.
He's more of a streamer, more of a streamer for me than a guy that you want to draft and rely on week to week. He overexceeded last year and probably a bit the year before. Mike Evans, he's good. He's a Hall of Famer.
Really?
He's a year older. Chris Godwin, he's hurt. He had another cleanup procedure on his ankle. McMillan's hurt. He had a lot of tutties at the end of last season. Cade Otton just got hurt. Like you said, Brad Duval is gone. I like Emeka Egbuka, but I'm totally out on Baker Mayfield as quarterback 7 off the board. Brad, I know he's one of your sleepers, like you said. I think we got to have a brew bet here on Baker Mayfield also.
Okay. What do you want it to be?
Ooh.
Make the Pro Bowl again?
Ooh.
I guarantee it.
We'll figure it out. Figure it out. Top 10, maybe. I say outside the top 10. You say inside the top 10
Yeah.
fantasy? Okay. Top 10's the line. I got him outside. You got him inside the top 10. Brew bet right there, Bradley. Nice. I like it. Give us your picks this season for the NFC South.
NFC South, or you want my sleepers bust?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
For the NFC South.
Oh, okay. Bust-wise, I kind of went... I couldn't pick someone, so instead what I decided to do was anyone on the New Orleans Saints, period. Anyone on that team, avoid. I know Kellen Moore's a hell of an offensive mind, but Tyler Shuck, he's older than I am. Spencer Rattler, no. Olave is getting a concussion during this podcast. I can't, like, Alvin Kamara is 73. Like, no. Like, I'm out on anyone on that offensive team. No thanks. As far as sleepers, I actually like Emeka Egbuka, because every wide receiver out of Ohio State is good at football, turns out. I hate to admit that because I hate that team with a passion, but they're a wide receiver factory. Everyone that comes out's good. And the receivers in Tampa are getting older. And I think Baker Mayfield's a stud. So with any injuries to the other guys, I think he's going to shine. I think they're going to have a great trifecta there. And I have faith in him. He could pull into the number 1, number 2 receiver role. Who knows how good he is. Mike Evans, he is old. One of the greatest wide receivers of all time. The most underappreciated, probably, wide receiver of all time. But he is old. So I like Egbuka getting in there with Baker and fucking shit up.
I like the Emeka Egbuka pick. I was a little higher on him coming into the draft. Egbuka.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think he definitely can be the number 2 there. Chris Godwin, I don't see much from him. Remind me, who was your bust pick there?
In the entire New Orleans Saints.
Oh, yeah, New Orleans,
Yeah.
I don't mind Kamara. I don't mind Kamara with the volume, the dump downs, a lot of receptions. I don't mind him, but you're right. Yeah, Spencer Rattler just named the starter yesterday.
Yeah.
You're telling me Tyler Shuck, you couldn't beat him out? My goodness.
Yeah.
Doug, give us your thoughts there and give us your picks.
Yep, it's hard to pick anybody on the Saints. I agree with Brad. And actually, on my list of sleepers, I had Igbuka as well, so I'm gonna have to switch that up. Which I got a backup ready to go for you. But yeah, I don't know where the hate, the Baker hate is tough, man.
I don't get it either.
He's kind of found his groove
I
here.
like
He's
Baker.
got
I
an
like him.
offense that he thrives in, and well, no, you don't like him
No,
actually.
no,
Got him
we
outside
just
top
heard
10.
you.
Just got him outside the top 10. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's hate.
That's hate.
That's hate. Right
That's
there.
hate
Yeah,
at
that's-
MVP
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Still got him
Guy
above
goes to
Purdy
the Pro
though.
Bowl, finishes top 10, and he said no, he's not a top 10 quarterback.
I got him.
No,
above
Sounds
Purdy.
familiar.
Yeah.
Sounds
just-
familiar.
Yeah, okay. Hold on, I'll mute him here real quick since he's saying blasphemous fucking shit about Brock Purdy. So you can actually say intelligent things, Doug. Yeah, why he fucking does whatever the fuck he's doing down there.
For a bust in the NFC South, I'm gonna go. We've been talking a lot about the Buccaneers. I'm gonna throw Chris Godwin out there. Actually, I think I'm pretty sure I saw that they're expecting him to be at least active week 1. Now, granted, he's been hurt, so it's going to take him a while to ramp up. With that, and you have Mike Evans, who, again, actually last year I had Godwin and Mike Evans starting every week in fantasy, and they just absolutely.
Yeah.
I was always like, which one do I pick? Which one do I pick? And they were both getting 15 to 20 points a game, no problem. I think Godwin, with the slow start, with the injury, is going to be tough. You have Mike Evans, who's going to get a lot of targets, and then Igbuka is going to emerge. He's going to have that time to. And by the way, everything I've seen from him in camp, people love this guy. Super talented and great attitude, and he's got that chemistry building already. So, Chris Godwin for me probably. The drafts that happened early, tough because they didn't know how long he was going to be out, but with him coming back and people still to draft, and they're going to see that and maybe take him a little too high. So I got Godwin on my bust list. For sleepers, I'm going to take a stab. And I'm going to go with a guy for New Orleans.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that you
Nope.
could get some value out of Rashid Shaheed. I think Olave I think he's cooked. He's had 93 concussions.
He's
Probably
sitting
got a
at the
second
table
one
with the
since I started
cars right
speaking.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I made the mistake on gambling on Olave a couple of times, so I'm completely out on him. I made the Kyle Pitts mistake where people take him all the time, and so I'm out on him. Inconsistent targets for him. Kellen Moore's coming in. I don't know what's going to happen with this quarterback situation. Spencer Rattler, week 1, I think is who they named as a starter. You got the rookie behind him, but I think Kellen Moore is going to dial some stuff up. Shaheed last year averaged over 13 points a week. So I think we could see that climb a little bit. Right now, I think I have written down here, I think he's going like mid-50s ADP. So I think you could get some value there for sure. So Shaheed for me could be a sleeper, get some value out of that. And then Chris Godwin, I think is going to have a very down year.
Well, you have to throw the ball to someone in New Orleans, I suppose.
I think I'm with Brad a little bit more there. Shaheed, any Saint, yeah. Kamara maybe, but Shaheed probably not. And yeah, it sounds like we're all on Emeka Egbuka. He could be a sleeper there, rookie sleeper. My biggest sleeper, NFC South boys. I'm staying with a rookie wide receiver, Tedero McMillan for the Carolina Panthers. 22 years old. He was the number 8 overall pick. That's gotta open your eyes. Number 8, top 10 overall pick. He's 6'4", 220. Big body, don't tell nobody. Last year at Arizona, 84 catches for over 1,300 yards, 8 tutties. The year before that as a sophomore, 90 catches for over 1,400 yards and 10 tutties. 37 games at Arizona, 26 tutties. He's a red zone threat, big playability. We see Adam Thielen just traded this morning back to Minnesota. He's gone. Xavier Legette and Jalen Coker are his only competition for targets. Come on, I'm not worried about those guys. Bryce Young should be better. He finished hot last year, boys, when he got reinserted for the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. Last 3 games for Bryce Young, 7 touchdowns, no picks. I like that. ESPN ADP for Tedero McMillan right now is wide receiver 33 in the 9th round. I got him wide receiver 22. I want McMillan this season. He's potential has top 10 to 15 upside going into next season. Yeah, he's got a sore hamstring set out the last preseason game, but that's going to keep his ADP down there. Give me McMillan this year. Brad, any thoughts on me or Doug?
I actually had McMillan on my list as well for sleepers, just because, again, kind of the same theory when I reacted to Doug is they got to throw to someone. And with getting rid of Thielen, however the hell you pronounce it, going back to his home in Minnesota, he was his security blanket there. So they must have a lot of faith there. I look into a lot when teams trade players within a group. That means they've got faith in someone that we don't really know much about. So that does say a lot about that, in my opinion. So I would agree. And like I said with Shaheed, New Orleans, it was bad. I don't know. Someone's got to catch it, I guess, but they're bad.
Doug, coming to you here first. How do you see this division playing out? Can the Buccaneers go back to the playoffs? Do you see the Saints as maybe the worst team in the NFL? Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm going to go. It's pretty easy in this division for me. I see the Bucs taking it again. Obviously they lost Liam Cohen. He took a head coaching job. Well, he faked it, and then he went back, and then he went. So we don't know. But he took the head coaching job probably after a few whiskey sours and in Jacksonville. But they got a familiar face. They promoted the wide receiver coach to offensive coordinator. So Josh Grizzard is going to take over. He was on the staff last year, so they have a face in the offense that they've been running. This guy was in Miami in 2023 on the staff when they were leading the NFL in yards per game. And then last year, obviously, the Buccaneers were their offense was the team. So I like the familiarity there. So I think that the offense will roll again, or maybe not skip a beat. And Igbuka, as we talked about, he's going to emerge, and I like him a lot. So I got them winning the division. I think their over-under is 9.5 wins. I got them over that again. It could be 10. It could be 11. I don't know. But I got them over on the wins and taking the division. Coming in second, I have one of the easiest schedules, the most expensive offensive line in the NFL. The Carolina Panthers.
Say it ain't so. I thought one of you would.
No
do
Thielen, but like you said, they got confidence in that wide receiver group. I think that rookie's going to step up. Bryce Young finished hot. He's been in the league a little bit now. Like, he's got some experience. He got taken out, maybe a little reflection period, got put back in, made the most of his opportunities. So I got them finishing second. I don't know about their defense, to be honest. I don't have a ton of faith in them, but I think they make some strides this year. So Bucs, Panthers. After that, I got the Falcons. You're going to have Penix at quarterback. For me, again, it's kind of a weird quarterback situation there. I don't like that, but they're going to go with Penix. They got Bijan obviously in the backfield, so you're going to be solid. Again, easier schedule than last year, and their defense. I mean, they were a gritty team. I mean, they were close in a lot of games, but I think this year they're going to regress a little bit, and then the Saints bringing up the rear. Kellen Moore, he's been around as an OC, and everywhere he's gone, he's kind of struck magic somehow, and he's kind of seen it as that offensive mind. But I don't like their quarterback situation right now. Spencer Rattler is gonna take it over week 1. We'll see how long that lasts. Their defense is a little bit older, and they brought in Brandon Staley, who didn't have a great defense in Los Angeles with the Chargers, and obviously he lasted a very short while in San Francisco. Didn't work out there, so I don't have a lot of faith in the Saints. They're kind of a hot mess, even though I do like Shaheed to get some targets and score some points this year for them. But so Bucs, Panthers, Falcons, Saints for me.
Huh? Brad, where do you disagree? Where do you agree there with Doug?
I mean, I don't think there's going to be much of a disagreement of the dumpster fire that is the Saints. Like again, as I spoke to earlier, the financial burden they put themselves into, they don't have a chance. They can't sign people. They have to hit every draft pick, and that's hard. So, I mean, they're going to be at the bottom, so they're staying down there. Outside of that, I think it's going to be a very tight race at the top. I think the Falcons are going to come out on top of this division. I think the offensive weapons will finally start meshing together. I could see this division getting a wild card, actually, this year, surprisingly. I think the Bucs are right behind them. I really do. And I think the Panthers can improve, but I need to see. I didn't know the stat about the offensive line. That could have influenced me a little bit more because, I mean, the line of scrimmage wins football games in the NFL, and it always has and it always will. So you've got a solid offensive line, ball control at least. So I definitely see some improvements, and like I said, Bryce Young got a lot better at the end of last year. Hopefully McMillan is a dude. Like I said, they traded Thielen, so apparently they think so. So we'll see. Yeah, and then Saints just dog shit, just so bad.
Saints are awful, boys. In the basement for all three of us. Can we agree that the Saints are the worst team in the NFL?
God,
2-3 wins. I believe their win total's 4.5. I'm hammering the under, boys.
What's their total at?
I believe 4.5.
I would take that.
I'd probably hit it. Yeah. Some teams got to be the worst, and I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Titans or Saints this year, boys?
Well, now since you're on right now, the Titans are way worse. They probably don't win a fucking game. They're shit.
Have some respect. Titans are better.
No, they are.
Have some respect.
They are. Definitely.
Yeah. Saints in the basement for me. I wanted to put the Panthers higher. I wanted to put the Panthers second, but I got the Panthers third. That offensive line stat you had there, Doug, big one. Bryce Young, I need to see a little bit more before I can give him more wins. At the top, it's tight, boys. Buccaneers and Baker. Falcons, new quarterback with Penix. I am, Brad, going to agree with you. I got the Falcons winning this division.
Oh, all right.
Number 4 overall pick, Bijan Robinson. Number 4 overall pick, Kyle Pitts. Number 8 overall pick, Drake London. Number 8 overall pick, Michael Penix Jr. Those 4 guys, all top 8 picks. Let's get it together. Let's get the talent meshed. Let's get it rolling. The Falcons win this division, followed by the Bucs, Panthers, and the Saints as the worst team in the NFL. Doug, you look a little puzzled over there.
You say Kyle Pitts?
Kyle Pitts, the number 4 overall pick. Let's see something.
Wasn't Jake Locker?
What pick did Marcus Mariota go?
Oh shit! I did Jake Locker. He did Marcus Mariota.
Number 2. You know Mariota went number 2. You know Mariota went number 2.
Overall pick. I mean,
yeah.
I could give you pages of top 5 picks.
What's Kyle Pitts? 24 years old. Let's give him don't close the book on Kyle Pitts just yet. He still has a lot of juice left to give.
I've caught a lot of flack for taking him multiple years in a row.
I know. I
hear that.
You know, I did the same thing. It's like, dude, he's got to make it. Look at him. He's a freak. He's got to be great.
No, I agree.
And
I mean,
it doesn't work. Yeah.
I had PTSD when Brock Bowers got drafted last year. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I was a good tight end. But he showed out. No, I agree. Kyle Pitts is fantastic, but man, is he gonna catch? Yeah, I guess if he's only 24, he seems like he's been in the league for longer than that.
Came in young. That's going to do us, boys, for the NFC South breakdown. Let us know how you feel about Baker Mayfield. Let us know how you feel about Kyle Pitts. Put it in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. High Fiber Sports. Doug, any last words on the NFC South here?
No, I think this is a division that you're going to see. It's interesting because you have a lot of teams, like we talked about, different coaches coming in, quarterbacks are coming and going. And then the Buccaneers, kind of the staple of it. Do they take a step back? Is Baker overperforming to this point in Tampa? We don't know, but interesting division. Can be kind of tough if you're on the outside of that division, digging in and really getting pumped about it. But the more you do look into it, it's going to be any one of our predictions I could see happening, to be honest. So and outside of Baker, he's going to ball out.
Fair enough.
5 NFL divisional breakdown episodes down, 3 to go. Check them out in the YouTube feed. Brad, take us home tonight, brother.
Yeah, number 5 down. That's sucking in tonight, so I won't take too much of your time. I know Matt's got to go back to his bedroom with his life-size picture of Tyler Warren to finish off too, so we better let him get out of here.